Good morning. Guess what week it is? It is sales week, money week, all about how to raise your bottom line. Each day this week, I'm going to teach you something new that is going to help you begin the process of increasing your bottom line. Increasing the amount of money that you earn so you have more time freedom, so that you have more money freedom, so that you can do what you love and feel really good about it, and also have an incredible sense of peace and calmness within you because you no longer have to worry about money because you know where it's at and you know how to increase your bottom line. So I started just a tad early. If you are a leader, if you have friends that are in sales, if you're tired of getting the same results in your business or in your income, doesn't matter what profession or industry you're in, my background is quite vast. I retired from working a job or for somebody else or being an employee or just going to a place to get a paycheck back when I was 28. So I've been an entrepreneur. I've been in sales, product sales, service sales on my own for the past 14, 15 years. And so I'm bringing a lot of that expertise. If I could share with you in 5 days what I have learned over the past 15 years, I think that's rather impossible. But what I am going to do is give you really important key points if you're serious about raising your bottom line. I know that you all want to do better at what you're doing. You want to help more people. You want to make a bigger difference. You want to earn more money and have more income so you can do more things with your family. Maybe you can retire from a job and do your passion full time. Maybe you've got great ideas. You have great visions, right? But you're stuck and you're looking for help. You're looking for real answers and for real help that gives you real results. That's part of being in business. Find out what your customers want and what do your prospects want. Find out what they want and then give it to them. So I know that my followers, my community here, my clients, they want real results, right? They want to achieve their goals, achieve their dreams. Time and money freedom, success, wealth, prosperity. And so I give them real help to help them get real results. Okay, so in order to do that, in order to have that life that you have on your vision board or in your dreams, you're going to have to make some changes, right? You're going to have to learn how to increase your bottom line, how to become more effective in your business, right? In selling and serving. Now, the problem is most people don't know where to start. They don't know where to start. If they did, then they would be raising their bottom line on a continuous and consistent basis. So this week, I'm going to show you the how. A few parts of what it is that you need to do. You're going to have to be willing to make some changes on the inside, some changes to your habits, some changes to your thinking. And the only way we're going to make changes like that is when we have shifts of awareness, better understanding. Okay, you want to understand where your results come from. You want to understand it's crucial that you understand a little bit of psychology behind sales. Okay, so when we're looking at improving our bottom line, we're looking at the law of compensation. And the law of compensation says the amount of money that you are earning and will ever earn is in direct proportion to only 3 things. And I'll write them on the board. Okay, we're going to cover mistake number 1. Stop doing this and start doing this instead if you want to earn more money. So law of compensation says that the amount of money you are earning and will ever earn is in direct proportion to only 3 things. Number 1, the need for what you do. Number 2, your ability to do it. And number 3, the difficulty there is in replacing you. And there we go. Okay. Now there's probably a need for what you do. Okay. So do you help people? Does your product, service, or idea elevate the quality of the lives of other people? Chances are yes. If you're in business, you're in the business of helping people, serving people with a product, service, or idea. If you just focus on your ability to do what it is that you want to do, you will become more difficult to replace. Okay, so your ability, that's what this week is all about. Your ability to raise your bottom line. your ability to serve and sell to more people, to get your product, service, or idea in more people's hands. That is the only way to earn more money. If you do it any other way, you're going to be on the way to jail, right? Or working at the money factory at the mint. So the only way to improve your bottom line is to improve your ability to do what you're doing. So each day I'm going to teach you something new that's going to help you understand, number one, why you're getting the results that you're getting. Okay, number two, how to improve your ability to improve your bottom line. It all starts with you. Okay, it is not anything outside of you. When you take full responsibility and accept your results as your responsibility, then you are free. You are so free, and that'll give you the confidence and the courage to do the things necessary for you to live the life you want to live, help more people, make a bigger difference, and live in time and money freedom. At the end of the day, you're chasing the feeling of peace of mind. You're chasing the feeling of freedom. You're chasing the feeling of getting away from doubt, worry, and stress and fear over to momentum, freedom, acceleration, joy, fulfillment. That's what you're chasing. You're not chasing the dollar. If you're chasing the dollar, you're going in the wrong direction. Okay? You'll never get rich chasing the dollar. You will get rich chasing the feeling. Okay? Feeling is the secret. So number one is a question for you. Do you see yourself as a professional in your business? Do you see yourself as a professional, as a leader, as a successful person, salesperson even, in your market, in your profession, in your business? Okay, do you see yourself that way? How do you see and how do you really feel about yourself? Number two is, if not, then you need to make a decision that you're going to become a professional, that you're going to do whatever it takes, that you're going to do the work, make some changes on the inside, change some of your habits, some of your automatics, okay? You're going to do whatever it takes. Do you see yourself as a professional, a successful professional in your business of selling? Number two, make the decision that you're going to become one. That is going to raise your stocks. When you raise how you see yourself, you raise your stock. Your value goes up. That's part of your ability to do how do you see yourself? If 95% of our results are coming from our mindset, and part of our mindset is how we see ourselves, then it only makes sense to start working, making some changes there, start working there. Okay, so the other part of this is that nobody gets helped until a sale is made. Okay, so selling is serving, selling is helping, and nobody gets helped until a sale is made. That's how important it is to develop yourself into a professional salesperson. See yourself as a professional salesperson, because otherwise you might have the greatest product. You might have the greatest company. Maybe you own the greatest company. And you might have something that can improve the lives of everybody in the world. But if you can't sell, nobody gets helped. You can't serve unless you can sell. Now, there are people that say, well, I don't have to sell my product, I just share it. I don't have to sell my product, I'm just a connector. I don't have to sell my product, I just do attraction marketing. Once again, sure, I share information here every single day. I share content, I share inspiration, I share wisdom, I share information that can change people's lives. But if I can't sell, nobody gets helped. Okay? So we want to make sure, you guys want to check in with yourself and see, what is your dialogue? What is your narrative about yourself as a salesperson? Do you see yourself as an amateur home-based business? Or do you see yourself as a professional, successful leader in your industry? One of the top professionals, one of the top professional salespeople. Okay? You don't get what you want. You get how you feel about yourself, especially in sales. So this week is about sales. That's in any area of your life. But this week, you don't get what you want. You get how you feel about yourself when it comes to selling. Okay, here is a theme that you're going to see throughout the week. Double binding messages. Double, you might have heard that, but do you understand that? That's the real question here. Double binding messages. What is that? That is when what you say and what you think, okay, what you think and what you say is not the same as how you feel. Some, like for example, some people will say, I am here to help you. I am here to help you feel better and get better results and support you, and I'm here for you. But inside, they're going, I really hope I don't say the wrong thing. I really hope that they buy from me. I really need this sale. It's been a tough month. I wonder what they're thinking about me. I wonder if they're going to like me after this. I wonder if they're going to ghost me. Okay, so that's a double binding message that you are sending out. Okay, it's not what you think and it's not what you say or do. It's how you feel. So when you're going into a sales presentation or a meeting or a Facebook message or an email, you are sending out words. Okay, you're communicating through writing or verbally, etc. You're going on Facebook Lives, whatever. You're communicating that way. But you're also communicating energetically, vibrationally, through your feelings. Now, you ever come up with someone, like ever have an interaction with someone, and they're saying all the right things, and they dress the part, and they've got manners, and they're saying all the right things, but something just feels off. Maybe it's a realtor or a salesperson or anybody, right? It could just be somebody you're talking to on the street. And you're like, just something's not right with that person. I get a weird vibe. You hear that a lot, right? I just get a weird vibe from that person. Something just feels off. Because what they're saying and how they're feeling are not the same. And you're picking that up. And so when in sales, right, if you want to be a professional, you have to understand that you have to be in alignment intellectually what you're thinking, what you're saying, what you're doing, how you're writing, your gestures, your physical expression, then also, most importantly, how you're feeling. So if you go into a sales meeting and you're thinking about yourself, it's not going to go well. And they might give you lip service and say, think about it, thanks for reaching out, and I'll get back to you. And they might say all these nice things. But if you're thinking about yourself, they're picking up on that. Selling is serving, okay? It is not self-serving, okay? Selling is serving somebody else. So your full attention needs to be on that other person, on that prospect. And you cannot be thinking about yourself. If you get nervous before a sales call or presentation or anxiety or fears or doubts, and you're stressing and you're sweating and everything else and your heart's beating, you're shaking, or you're just not feeling confident. Salespeople have to be extremely confident, a high degree of self-esteem. So if you're going into that meeting thinking about anything other than how can I help this person, and you have 100% focus and attention on that person, then you're not going to be converting. You're not going to be getting the sales that you want. You're not going to be attracting the right type of people. And that's one of the reasons why your bottom line might be just plateaued, or might go up and down, or might be on a continual down swing, etc. So that was a fully loaded 13 minutes for day one of how to raise your bottom line in 5 days. So tomorrow I'm going to teach you something new. But today I want you to watch this again. Answer the questions. Think about your last sales call. Think about what was going on inside of you. Think about how you see yourself. Have you decided to become a professional? Have you made an irrevocable commitment about this month's goal? Everything's an inside job here. Even in sales, business, all of your results are coming from the inside, and that's where we're going to focus. Because if you want time and money freedom, if you want to raise your bottom line, if you want to do better, you want to serve more, then you've got to be working from the inside out. Okay? That is the real deal here. Real help. All right. Have a beautiful, blessed day. I will be watching for your comments, for questions, etc. And otherwise, I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody.